Right. Alright. Oh wow, what time is it? It is 12 UTC today in Saturday. Welcome everyone for tuning in. This is gonna be one of the first few matches we're gonna be seeing in round of 16 in Abstraction Cup. So we're gonna be starting off in the losers bracket match, I believe. C21 Chicken Bread up against We Are Mom Baby Boys, featuring Fear JLI up against Saratoga and Suwang. So the stakes are high. Losing means you are eliminated in this tournament. So best of luck to the four. So I'm gonna be your commentator today, Popy, and alongside me is gonna be the host, Epic Man 2. What is up?
The ceiling. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Besides from that, yeah, they're going to be seeing a bit of a quick 44 roll coming out from the Mom Baby Boys. And then for Chicken Bread, I'm assuming they will have to wait for their rolls as well. Going to be taking them in maybe just a few seconds. They're going to be winning with a 74 on top of that. Okay.
The ceiling, anyways. Yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, I'm looking at the qualifiers stats they have right now, and on 6 of the maps, Chicken Bread did have the upper hand, but on one specific map, that map being stage 6, which was the hand stream, jump stream pick, We Are Mom Baby Boys won by quite a margin actually. So maybe is this round like the closest to qualifiers, or no? Not yet.
I think you are right. This might be one of the few rounds where we are pretty much the closest to the middle difficulty when it comes to the qualifiers. So I think on that note alone, pretty much all teams are going to have to go with the expectation that they're going to have to really start performing to the best of their ability. So from the looks of it, while Chicken Bread has won the rolls, they will be taking their protects first.
Yeah, we are starting the early protect ban phase of this match. I think it's expected. The red team is definitely going to be trying to opt for LN hybrids, as they are quite up in terms of score and accuracy compared to blue team in qualifiers on the LN hybrid pick. So LN's going to be their protect, and for blue team, let's see.
I mean, for blue team, there is pretty much a lot of options they can really go for. I would assume they probably want to go for something that's like maybe a little outside the LN category, as it does look like they're going to be protecting Rice Free, so that's going to be Passion being kept on the board. Bit of an interesting pick, but also a very risky one that as well. So I think they're going to go into that pick throughout this match, and they're going to have to do it with real care. Just any kind of careful consideration that they can really go for, considering for how good Chicken Bread is when it comes to covering a lot of fields that are open, especially the likes of Fear that's going to be covering the Rice category, I'm assuming. And then J-Light is out there going to probably looking to try and nail down some of these LN picks on the board as well.
Yeah, that's true. So we do see LN Free being banned by blue team, like you said. On the LN side, it's probably going to be favoring red team just a little bit more. So, and the red team is going to be banning the 6 Rice as well. So I think it's pretty obvious we are going to be seeing Chicken Bread opting for hybrid LNs, while We Are Mom Baby Boys is going to be going for the Rice side of things. So that out of the way, we are going to be starting out the first pick phase.
Indeed. So this is going to be a bit of an important stage for all of these teams involved, considering for how this is in the round of 16's loser bracket, and the fact that we are down here already seeing some reputable players just already on the brink of being eliminated from this tournament is genuinely one of the scariest things to imagine, as they're going to start bold picking Rice 2 right off the bat. Okay, all right.
Okay, completely defying my logic. Immediately going for Rice as the Ellen Harbor team, supposedly.
It's actually kind of insane, dude. This map is really funny, especially in a tournament setting. So, the fact that we see Fear picking into this is definitely expected. I would pretty much anticipate that Fear is going to try and at least be the biggest breadwinner for Chicken Bread when it comes to a lot of these Rice maps. Especially on a pick like this. This is like 3-minute long jump stream and with mixed with hand stream at 248 BPM, give or take. So this is going to be a bit of an important pick for either player, as Saratoga is going to try and at least try to match that of Fear, because that's going to have to at least be one of those things that they can look into.
So you did there, being the breadwinner for Chicken Bread. Anyways, yeah, like you said, this map has quite a bit of density in terms of the jump stream patterns there. I think there's, I don't know, I watched the showcase for like a bit this like Monday, and then
yeah,
I saw this and I was like, okay, this is what we're going for, I guess.
Yeah. Especially in a tournament like this, like sometimes you really need to start bringing out some options that people are not going to be expecting. And speaking of things we're not expecting, we're going to be seeing Saratoga take that drop to start the map. That's going to be a bit of a rough one as well, granting an early 2,000 point lead for the side of Fear.
Yeah, I mean, we are starting off immediately into these dense jump streams. Actually, in some of these graces as well, Saratoga not having the best start there, having that one miss is not the best sign you want to see. It is red team's pick, but then if blue team is trying to capitalize off of Rice picks and they are already not having the greatest start with a second miss here, this says quite a bit for the two teams on the board like this. 8,000 score lead for the side of Fear now already.
Yeah, things are looking a little dicey for the side of Mombi boys, considering for the fact that this is the first pick, and especially for Saratoga being that of the front runner when it comes to Rice on the blue team. This is going to be a bit of a devastating moment for them, because at this point, Fear has been very, very consistent going throughout this map. It's going to be really difficult to see him take some drops if we were to see any, because of how continuous this map is. This map doesn't really let up until the final quarter, where you at least have a little bit of breathing room. That's only for like, what, 15 seconds before you're thrown into some more jank patterning as much as this one is.
Yeah, there's just constant streams, hand streams keep on coming at you. Fear is showing no fear in these kind of jump stream, hand stream patterns. Saratoga not doing the best time, missing I think 2 or 3 times there, dropping quite a bit of accuracy there, 9.3 only compared to Fear's 9.9. I mean, this is already quite substantial. It's gonna be difficult for blue team to come back on this one.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate considering for how much the crime scene already has bled. There's already pretty much all the information you have to investigate, as Fear's pretty much brought everything, taking it into the science lab, and at least investigate everything to ensure that, you know, he has all the materials to know that he can win on a pick like this. And especially with the fact that it's above 20,000 points, it's going to be really hard to recover that for the side of Saratoga if it does come down to misses, because coming from Fear's end, it's going to have to come down to maybe 10 of those misses, or like literally just 10 seconds of letting go of the keyboard. That's literally is what's going to take to even bring the scoreline back, because at this point, it's going to have to come down to some really major mistakes.
Yeah, just have to be holding perfectly for Saratoga and hope for quite a big drop for Fear for this to somehow come back, but I don't think that kind of miracle is going to happen as we enter the final few seconds of this map. These are one of these speed patterns, bro. It's like it just appears, dude.
It really just appears. Even if Fear had dropped a little bit going into the ending, that's not going to matter, as this is going to be the first point coming out for Chicken Bread on a bit of a bold pick as well. It was 2 bads, but I didn't even see where those bads came from. What?
I mean, I don't know. When there's so much density. I mean, dense jump stream going on there. I guess if you get a 50, nobody's gonna notice it. Maybe, but
Yeah.
that ratio though, absolutely insane. I mean, Saratoga's ratio is also quite solid, but then those accuracy drops and misses were definitely not helpful.
Yeah, it's really just about trying to iron out your consistency on those fields as well, as Saratoga's going to be opting in for Rice free. I think following into this pick from Rice 2 is a bit of a risky option because we've pretty much took a gander at the consistency that of Saratoga throughout the map and how they kind of ended up suffering throughout the jump stream. So I would assume this map has the potential to be the same story, and that's pretty much why I am kind of on the fence about this pick particular, but I don't know. Maybe the players have something else to say.
Yeah, I mean, Rice free. It's like Jack with dumps, if I recall.
Yeah.
With the fact that this is a White Claw key map, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that is pretty much like the funniest thing because like I don't think like out of anyone that's like already well acquainted with White Clocky's works that we would see them in a regular tournament just making a core jack map. That's pretty much like the easiest thing to act for the good majority of the players on the board. Like that alone is probably like the funniest thing. That's pretty much why, you know, the surprise factor kind of worked out for this one, I think. But
this is a custom map.
Yeah, this is a custom.
Oh, yeah, that's so unusual then.
It's unusual, but honestly, I live for it.
It's so true. Probably do know White Clocky for making like obnoxiously high star rating maps, and here they are mapping a 140 BPM Anchory Jack map right now.
Indeed, as so far looks like everyone's pretty much in the middle. There is small biases that come out for Saratoga's side in terms of score, but even despite it, there's just these really minuscule accuracy drops that kind of set the competition a little bit. It's really tight in the middle, but I think a lot of these bursts are definitely going to throw off a lot of players, as it does with Saratoga, but it's minor enough that nothing is going to change for now.
And you see maybe a single 200 on the side of Saratoga there, back to 99.91. Fear still holding pretty much flawless accuracy so far. These jacks are... There's a lot of anchors being in play in this map so far, but it's Fear that's having the slightest accuracy advantage.
Yeah, things are just really tight for both these players because of the fact that we've seen Saratoga drop on some of these bursts, and despite that fact that Fear is literally not even fumbled on these patterns, it's just really difficult to even find the score lead because going into this break section, they only have about 1,000 points in their favor. And if it does come down to maybe a few more of these bursts, then I think Fear can definitely take this if it does come down to some more drops coming out from Saratoga, but there's just 2 more of them you have to watch. This one's the densest, and that's going to basically punctuate the scoreline for Fear by barely anything. Oh, no.
Dude, both players holding such high accuracies in this map so far. Saratoga dropping, like, the slightest accuracy at the beginning is going to be the reason why they lost. But, I mean, the perfect count is pretty much... It's off by 23. But, wow. 8.6 from Fear. I mean, come on.
Bro, thinking about the fact that it would have been a Fear had it not been for the 2 grays that Saratoga bled on this map is... The disrespect goes crazy. Like, what even is happening at this point? This is round of 16, and yet everyone's, like, literally playing this as if it's just yet another Friday. Like, what? How?
You can tell why blue team protected Rice free. 997 almost is absolutely incredible, but then Fear doing this on 8k out of nowhere is just crazy.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, especially for a pick like that, it makes the most sense as to why they would have picked it, Goon. At least if you were to put it to perspective that this could have been their most confident map when it comes to the roll skill Rice maps in general. So I'm assuming for Chicken Bread, they're pretty much 2 points up, and having one with a break point as well in their favor, they pretty much have the leeway to go into another avenue. At least if I was to assume they want to take into account the cycle of players, because if it does come down to both Fear and Saratoga playing one last time, they're going to have to be forced to switch on the next pick, which would be the second pick coming out from Mom Baby Boys. So I would assume Chicken Bread would want to change things up a little bit, maybe go for something in the hybrid category, but no, they're going to go with the LN category. Okay,
Yeah.
This is a bit of an interesting one.
It's definitely fair because I think Fear being the Rice player, if they do pick Rice once again on this one, Mumbai boys could try to abuse the fact that Fear would have to switch players to J-Li, and J-Li being the LN hybrid player, if blue team can force J-Li to play a Rice map that they're possibly not comfortable at, I think that one could be the counter to this, so that's why Chicken Bread decides to, yeah, let's go for LNs now. A J-Li play.
Absolutely. It makes the most sense to even try and use these kinds of maps to buffer your Rice power, because especially for the LN category and the hybrids, for example, in this round alone, it's definitely going to be one of those fields that I would assume a lot of players are going to be very heavily competitive on, especially with the likes of the Magic Breaker. This is like definitely one of the harder LNs that we have to offer in the tournament so far, and probably even the hardest LN map we have this entire round. Just going up the fact that this is only just close to 3.5 minutes of length, but this also strikes some very strong similarities to some other really hard Felix Spade maps that would have appeared in other tournaments in the past. For example, Heaven's Fall from Spearlight Free, or Raventail's Curse from Suji Cup. Just a lot of maps, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of you may know Felix Spade. Their LNs are known for being very wacky to release on, even on density picks, which is quote-unquote the one that's easiest to release.
Indeed, quote-unquote, the easiest one to release, and this tournament just takes it to another extreme by trying to make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, attracting it in this tournament right now, and here we go.
Indeed, off to a bit of an interesting start. Basically, safe start from everyone so far. No mistakes that are yet to be seen as we go into this section, which basically brings on a lot of these jump stream oriented LNs, and so far J-Li is coming out with a small advantage by only a few hundred points. Not really much information to gather yet from the side of Swang, but so far still doing really good to ensure that they are keeping hot on the tracks of J-Li, even if it does come down to a few extra drops, because there actually doesn't seem to be as consistent when it comes to a lot of these really coordination heavy density patterns that we have here.
I think for more like unconventional type of density picks like this one, I think all you have to do is be unprepared to one of the patterns in this one map, and one large accuracy drop, maybe even a miss, that's going to switch the lead in like an instant. But right now it is Suwon that's having the first accuracy drops up to below 9.6 range. J-Li is still holding consistently, but here we go. The Ki sections is going to come in. This is where I think the drops would happen if there is one, but both players so far still holding pretty perfectly. Suwon getting accuracy as well.
Indeed, this is a bit of a good sign for them, considering that even though Swang has dropped their acts a little bit, they're still ensuring that the scoreline is at least kept close, even if it's only a few thousand points in advantage of J-Li. This is the biggest score difference we've seen. Okay, now it is. Oh, it's there.
Yeah, that miss there is not gonna help at all. Unable to keep that score close now. 8,000, it's growing further as well as we go on. J-Li does drop a little bit of accuracy, but 9.8 is still absolutely insane for a map like this. Like you said, this map is very releasey for a density pick, but 9.8 is what J-Li has right now. That miss, understandable for so long, but definitely not enough to match against J-Li's accuracy right now.
Yeah, especially with this map being an absolute stamina shredder. This is going, it's basically one of those points where if you end up missing anywhere in the map, it's best to miss early in the map, because especially when it comes to the remainder of the map, it's just going to be really hard to even try and keep consistency when you're trying to at least combo the rest of it. Like, you know, if you're gonna like play for the map, you may as well reverse choke it, because that way you'll be able to have the combo advantage, which allows you to get even more score. But the fact that Swang had missed way earlier in the map, like basically by the point we were reaching the back half, just post the just after that first course. It's basically gonna be really hard to climb back unless J-Light starts making mistakes, in which we've seen this whole map that somehow they're still keeping on that FC of 99.80% accuracy. What is going on?
I don't think their accuracy has dropped like any significant bit throughout this entire 3 minutes of the map. They're entering 6,000 combo and the map's already over. Suang is gaining accuracy, but J-Light is showing what it means to be a consistent tournament LN player. What is this? Bro.
993K on this map.
One grade, you are joking me.
Dude. Alright. The fact that this is a loser's bracket match as well. What?
Yeah, this is lower bracket. Lower bracket. That had 3.6.
Literally.
Yeah, this tournament is crazy.
Dude, this tournament is not real. I have no idea how we got this. Bro, they literally lost to Sator and Everturnus in the previous round, and that's literally why Fear and J-Light are in the losers bracket right now. Bro, I honestly feel scared to even picture what it must feel like from the perspective from Weird Mom Baby Boys, because they've literally come out from other matches that have also just been as dense as the next one. Even if it was like what, down to fourth or something, they literally immediately have to be faced with this in the losers bracket, which is, oh god.
Yeah, this is just like, why are we seeing Fear and J-Light, two MWC players in C21 sitting in lower bracket, destroying this map pool? Like, can you imagine what the scores are gonna be in the winners bracket as well? Like, dude.
Oh, they're probably gonna be even worse.
Like, if 993K is a losers bracket score, like, what are we gonna be anticipating for the upper bracket? Anyways, that's Rice 5 picked by Blue Team.
Alright. Yeah, it makes sense that Weird Mom Baby Boys would want to go back into the Rice category, albeit I think at this point they're kind of running out of good options, because we've seen from the other Rice maps so far that the caliber of gameplay within these are just gonna be so much difficult. Basically as hard as the LMs that we have been seeing with, you know, LM2 just being played, and somehow J-Light still gets a 993K on that. So Fear gonna be coming back alongside Saratoga. Full team swap going back into the Rice category. This is going to be one of the more important picks for Weird Mom Baby Boys, because now Chicken Bread is just a point away from the match point situation. So they want to ensure that they can at least try and keep themselves in the loser bracket for a little more, because if it does come down to maybe a few more wins from the side of the Reds, then this is going to be a bit of a dangerous situation.
Yeah. Our team is really getting away with that momentum. 3-0 so far. On to the fourth map we go. What is this song, anyways?
I don't know.
This is more technical, right? Yeah, the Livium type of song that he would map. So true.
Yeah. This is like the more dump tech oriented map. However, this kind of takes it into a bit of a interesting direction, considering how it introduces some quad streams at this tempo. So like, it's basically a mix of Jack, but it also has quad streams and dump bursts in it as well. So it kind of like sets itself apart from most other usual tournament picks that would usually be a lot more flow dump oriented. But this one is basically going more for the head, I'd say.
Yeah, there's no flow in this song at all. These little Jack and Gray's transition-y patterns is the main dish of this map. So far, we do see Fear getting that 9.88 accuracy advantage, but it's not by much. It's only by barely 1,000 as Saratoga is still holding the 9.7 range. I think for like maps like this, I think Saratoga can try to hope for a miss from Fear, because, like you said, with how not flowy that this map is, it's so easy to just misread one time and then you choke.
Absolutely, especially with this map just being really easy to choke on. That's basically the main problem that a lot of players need to really take into account when going into a map like this, because of the role control that's actually required. It's basically like if you were to mix the control of Transhumanist and then just blend it with the general motions that you get from the likes of Passion and also so many other core Jack wildcard tech maps we had in some of the previous rounds, for example. This is basically what you get if you were to blend all those into one concept. And this is basically why this pick is kind of a little dangerous for a lot of teams, just because this is not really a run-of-the-mill map in the Rise technical category, but basically just makes it a lot more harder to actually act with the general tuition of a lot of these patterns and just where exactly they direct Mirror, really.
Yeah, like these like little dumpy verses are so counterintuitive. I can already tell, and we still have one threat of the way to go. Fear having. Why is Fear gaining accuracy? 4,000 is sword lead so far. So Sartoga's trying to get back up to the 9.6 range, but then Fear is just showing absolute dominance on this map. Like 9.86 is what? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to say.
Honestly, me neither. It's just those kinds of performances where it's like, you know that Fear is literally setting this map alive, but you just don't know how exactly Saratoga can come back from this when it's this late into the map. There's only 2 minutes and 47 seconds to buffer, and that's going to be a 9 and 6k that comes from Fear.
I'm like already quite surprised by Saratoga's 989 KFC. And then here's Fear. Okay. Like, I would like to emphasize the fact that this just loses bracket again. Okay. I don't even know.
Indeed. Dude, this is not the type of sweeps that we're going to be seeing where things are just going to be so much more disrespectful. Because, like, I remember myself when I had faced J-Line like 2 times in some other tournaments years ago. Like, what? The Malaysian tournament's 4th edition and then also beat him at FAR back in 2021. This guy literally treated me like I was a baby with it literally where I needed my diapers to be changed. That's how you know these players are genuinely messed up. They know how to throw hands on a lot of these picks, and even despite it, they just keep going years later. And they have the luxury of the final pick, given they won the Rolls. If it does come down to sweep, then they need to end it strong. I would assume at this point they may as well just pick anything. There's just no visible weakness for them at all there.
It's Fear absolutely destroying the Rise map. While, as we saw in LN2, one great on LN2 by J-Lai is also just incredible. We got Mom Baby Boys. I think their scores are still like very solid. It's for some unknown reason the accuracy game is not there because well, Fear and J-Lai are just different.
I mean, the thing is that, like, for Mom Boys, they can definitely be such a threatening team to a lot of players. I think the only issue is just the circumstance, because they're literally paired against literal Wolf veterans down in this round. And especially now with Fear in the driver's seat for this next pick, they're picking into Rise 1, which is a modern way of letting go. Whether we're going to be seeing the Mom Baby Boys just being let go for a certain, or if they're going to be bringing it back, hopefully, with a breakpoint, because they're gonna have to be forced into that situation.
Yeah, this is just. I think speed is like what Fear likes the most this one, so I think it's kind of logical that Red Team is opting for this one. Mom Baby Boys is they have to be so perfect for this potentially the final map. If they want this to not be their final map, they have to take a breakpoint on this one, which on paper it doesn't seem likely, but we have to see whether or not Suwon can clutch this up. But let's take a look. Can't say much for sure yet.
It's going to be one of the most important things that they've got to try and work towards, because pointed note, whoever ends up winning on this match is going to have to face Lacarna Asada in the conditionals tomorrow. So that's going to be, so whoever wins this, if it is going to have to be Fear and J-Lars, they're going to have to face the likes of Dev and Tevelkin down in this losers bracket as well. And one of these teams is going to have to be eliminated this early. So that's going to be an absolute threat if they're going to try and make a statement, as so far so good. Off the first part of the map, Fear has the advantage, but there comes the miss for the first time this whole round.
Wait, this is what Suwon is looking for. Like we said, I think this is what blue team's win condition would be to catch misses for the side of red team. This is really giving them quite a score right now. Actually, 5,000 so far, but Suwon has to be so perfect in this final second half section of the speed pick. unusual to see a miss from Fear, but they're gaining accuracy already. As I say, I dropped a little bit, but still, Suang is also dropping just a tiny bit on this section, but this could backfire. Wow.
I mean, that's pretty much the thing that Fear is looking for. They're looking for a backfire from the side of Swung because, yes, they have missed, but if at any point Swung is also prone to just swinging the point lead into anyone else's favor, but that's also another miss that comes out from Fear on that note as well. So that's going to accentuate further the scoreline that Swung is currently accumulating, and so far so good. It may be a little harder for Swung to swing the scoreline back in the favor of their opponent if they keep on that FC, but that's a miss coming out from them. It's almost square one we're back to.
Yeah, Suang dropping quite a bit of accuracy there. That miss was quite dirty, dropping 9.4 now. The score rate is actually shrinking quite a bit. It's back to 3 digits, actually. This is not good. They're dropping so much accuracy now. It's actually switching the lead. Fear is getting back despite 2 misses.
Dude, if it comes out Fear, there's no way there's going to be another miss in this section. You cannot miss on the final jump stream.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
They literally had it for a good majority of the map. Had it not been for that one miss, they probably could have taken it, but it would have been really, really tight with how the fatigue just bled into the fingers of Swung, where that's basically the point where the lead just swung into the favor of Fear, and now it's a 5-0 victory for the Chicken Bread as they move on to the conditionals, unfortunately knocking We Are the Mom Baby Boys out of the Abstraction Cup.
Yeah, that was almost it for Blue Team to get at least a single point on that one, but unfortunately, stamina isn't there. Red Team is going to take the win 5-0. Like you said, Fear and Jedi are just absolutely crazy at the game. I mean, We Are Mom Baby Boys could have done just a tiny bit better getting some points, but then the accuracy game there wasn't quite enough, unfortunately. But I think they have still done quite a great job at playing these maps. I mean, come on, 99k on what, Rice 5, I believe? It was still insane to see. All of the scores there are so impressive to me. Especially if it's Loser's Bracket as well.
And the 996k on Rice Free as well is definitely nothing to just scoff at either. Like, this is a team that can definitely take down a lot of units had it not been for just how the sheer competitiveness of this experiment alone, and all the players that we've seen all in coming to one bracket alone, which is probably one of the scariest things ever to consider if you are a player in the mid-seas going to now. But that's going to do it for our first match, and especially now that we're starting off the round of 16 weekend, this has definitely been a bit of a strong showing from either side, as we still got another few matches coming out later. One at 13 ETC, we got 2 matches happening at the same time. Ellen E2 versus 5 for 3-1 Roboclock Heaven. That is Invading Saragas team against the likes of Joe's and just some guy 97. Then we have QQ Robot versus Robius and Losers Bracket as well at the same hour. So definitely keep on the lookout for those matches if you are interested. These are going to be some really interesting matches that we have to see for today, but I don't really have anything else to add on that note. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. I just want to say best of luck to the players that are going to be playing in the future hours or tomorrow, whatever matches you're on, Winners Bracket or Losers Bracket. Best of luck, and thank you for the viewers. Thank you, viewers, for watching as well. So, in approximately 27 minutes, there will be another stream happening for another match there. So, yeah, bit of a short stream here, but that's about it for now.
Indeed. So once again, thank you all for tuning into the stream. This is Man 2 joined by Poppy. We have to catch you all in about 27 minutes from now. So grab your water, grab some popcorn, because we're in for a bit of a treat this weekend. Thank you all so much and see you later.
Definitely. See ya, guys. Bye-bye.